am here with Ashley Austin Bean, number 12, superstar MVP from the game. How do you feel?
I'm good.
You good?
It was a good game.
It was a great game.
I'm a little sore, but
you're a little
you know.
sore? Oh, well, that's all right. Now, you played amazing. A touchdown. I'm sure you planned that two-point conversion, right?
Of course. It was all in the game plan. I was supposed to be a high pitch, a takeoff, touchdown.
It was, for those of you that didn't see the game, it was a bad snap, and she took it and just scrambled and ran and got the two-point conversion. It was pretty impressive. But you played well all over. How's this team really coming together? How's it feel?
I think every game we're just getting closer and closer together. It's filled with players from other teams, so I think it's important for us to just gel. And I think the more we play and the more adversity that we deal with, the better we become. So. It's been good.
Yeah, you guys, it was very exciting to watch. You guys at times are clicking on just all cylinders, and you look so sharp, and then there'll be penalties or fumbles or setbacks. So is that all part, do you think, of being new and finding each other out?
I think it comes down to trust. Just understanding that, we all have to come together and trust each other in all aspects. But the plays, the penalties and things like that, it's going to happen. I think our job is to just kind of limit that as much as possible.
So you guys, you go down 2 scores really early, and, we were thinking, oh, boy, they're on the road. This is what's going on. How did you guys come back from that?
I think we just came together. I know I personally felt like the first 2 scores were accident. Definitely, we made a couple of mistakes. That's the only reason why they scored. So just fixing that and making sure we continue to do what the game plan was important. And we just came together.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys at times had such great focus. Like on that play, for example, in the two-point conversion, nobody panicked. You guys just all kind of went, all right, well,
it was like, we got to get over there. So the fastest way to get there is, sometimes to run. So I just took off. But I think the most important thing was that we never really didn't believe we could win this game. So that's what it came down to. We were the better team. So, it was for us to show that.
You switched quarterbacks halfway through. You read Erica goes in. How is that as a receiver? Is it? Do they feel different to you? What is it like?
Well, in practice, we practice with both quarterbacks to definitely get some reps in. So it just felt like normal. You just have to change your pace as far as how you run your routes and how you look for the ball because, each quarterback is different. But for me and Erica have been playing together for the last 3 years. So if you noticed, it was real comfortable for me. So I was excited. Erica has a lot of heart and passion, so does Red. So those two together, they just make us better. In
the first game, you were really close on a couple of plays. In this game, you just really had so many nice catches. You really played a very great game.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are quite welcome. So what do you expect for next week?
Another good game, of course. Come out with the win. But I think we're just going to take the time to actually fix the problems, work on things that we didn't do so well the last 2 weeks, and, continue to come together.
Which are? What are the things you think you need to work on?
Offensively, we have to take advantage of field, where we are on the field, making sure that we score whenever we're within the red zone, taking advantage of the other team's mistakes, and just capitalizing on a few things we did on defense, where we could have capitalized on the third down and not let them get the first down. So just taking care of everything that we need to do to get the win.
But you guys, when you needed to, that defense stepped up and just didn't let them score.
We did. Yeah. I think we'll get better with that every game, too. So I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Excellent. I'm with Ashley Austin Bean, number 12 in your program, number 1 in your hearts. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
I am with Erica Collins, the quarterback, number 3. How do you feel about that game?
I think we did pretty good. We had to make minor adjustments, but all in all, we came together as a team and got the W.
Yeah, you came in, you stepped in, you got some great passes, you got things really rolling, kind of changed the pace of the game?
Yeah, I give it a different tempo than Red does. We have different backgrounds of how we do things. I'm more mobile, like to get out of the pocket, find openings because of my height, obviously. But my receivers made some really good catches. My O-line held it down for me pretty good. My tight ends obviously were there to help block on the edges, and that was very helpful for me.
And it's hard. Explain to the people when you're a quarterback and you get the people guarding you in front are usually big people, and then when they stand up, it's hard to see. You can't see them. What's it like looking out there, seeing basically the backs of your own players?
It's pretty fine. I've been short my whole life, so it doesn't really affect me. It's no different than anything else that going through daily life, walking in a crowd, I can peep around, look where I need to go, and there's big openings and gaps where I know where players are going to be, and I have really big hands and really long arms, so that helps to get over them and throw. Yeah.
That pass to Frisbee was beautiful.
Oh yeah, we played before together, and we finally got to start getting connections, and took a month off. I had to deal with my wife and stuff before, so that was going in. just knowing what we know about each other and getting that rhythm developing it. So that was helpful.
Yeah, it really did feel like you guys got into a really nice rhythm in parts in the game, and you looked really, really sharp. Your O-line did really protect you. What happened at the end of the game with 3 fumbles in a row? What was going on? Were your hands hurt, or what was going on?
No, I do believe it was Ninji. She just kept right on cue. As soon as we hiked the ball, she just lit up the center. So that was on me. I should have tried to step back or do a hard count just to help deflect it and not put my players in those positions, you know. So I've learned from it. I've thought about it. I went over my film already immediately after I got home. So we'll do better next time, and I'll make sure it really won't happen again.
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, that sounds like the words of a leader and a person that enjoys taking the responsibility for the team. How long have you always been a quarterback? Have you always kind of been a leader in what you do?
Yes, I've always been a quarterback. Even though people want me to change, they wanted me to change because of my height. I just stuck to it and then knew what I knew I was doing. So it was fine. I was also in the Army, so that helps.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support. So I just go in, I make sure I stay calm, because if I'm rattled, then they're going to be rattled, and it's not a good thing. So staying calm and letting everybody know, like, we got this, especially was on a 4th down a couple of times when we got the completion. And I'm glad Coach had that confidence in me to let me go ahead and get the completions or get that run out. Yeah. So that helped a lot.
So you're on the sideline, Red is quarterbacking, and you've got to be ready at any minute to just step in there and go there. How do you keep prepared mentally? Because when you did go in, it was bam. It was throw the ball. It wasn't, how do you keep prepared like that?
Anytime you're a backup quarterback, you always got to prepare. Your number can be called at any moment. So I just sat there and I watched the defense, how they moved, who they're letting be open. Mainly just staying there mentally, like I am snapping the ball. So every time Red snapped the ball, I snapped the ball in my head and gave the same exact looks that I do. It's repetition. So I think repetition helps a lot. When Coach called it, I was like, I got you. I know exactly who I'm going to, because the defense was playing pretty far off on Tina. Didn't respect her game. And I think now everybody else has got a warning. Now you respect Tina and you respect all my wide receivers, because if not, we'll just drop it in on them.
I like the sound of that. All right, I'm here with Erica Collins, your quarterback, number 3 in the program, number 1 in your hearts. Erica Collins, thank you.
Thank you.
I am here with Stephanie Lopez, number 58 on the defense. How'd you feel about the game?
I just felt like overall, like our defense, we just kept handling it. Like we just kept giving it to them and hitting and being aggressive. And our offense, once we got the ball rolling, we just connected and we started scoring. So it's coming together, and I just like how it takes like these type of games to just start meshing and just putting in work. So
you guys step up every time. You might bend, but don't break, right? You let him in, you let him close, and then when you need to, you step up and you do that. How are you guys doing that in the huddle? What are you saying to one another?
It's just more so like, it's like, what are we doing this for? Like, we have to really think about it. So, I've been playing this will be my 9th season. So I just feel like, whoever's out there on defense especially, we have to be hungry for the ball. So come, be hungry. Let's see what you got, and let's see who wants to eat. Like, we have to be ready for anything.
Yeah. You guys are so good, and even if they get a completed pass, you're on it, and they don't get many yards after the catch. Every single facet of your defense really seems to be clicking. What's it feel like to you out there as a player?
It feels good knowing that I could trust, whoever's my backup behind me, my DBs and my corners, and and just knowing that we have to just do your job, do your job, and everything else would come together, So I feel like we just mix well. We have a good squad, a good line, a good set of linebackers, and good DBs, learning, but we're good.
Yeah, but it's fun to watch you, because you get, when you get in there, you get really aggressive. What does that feel like when you're just about ready to
It's just like, I gotta get it. Like it's my stress reliever. It's where I could actually be myself and let go of everything. So I don't know. It's a good feeling for me.
Yeah.
I unleash a lot of stuff. So
Well, it's a good feeling for us watching now, that's for sure. So, what's it like? You guys go down 2 scores early. You're on the road. You got a lot of young players on there. Were you guys a little worried?
I mean, you're always worried because with the Rebellions, you don't even know like what's really gonna happen sometimes, you know. So, I mean, we could mess up. It just we just never know. Like, so you always have to be ahead of the game somehow. And when you take that step back and you feel like they either scored on you, it just I don't know. It just makes you feel like you have to do something in order to step it up and start just putting in work and making it like where you have to. I don't know, overcome any obstacle that they throw at you because you want to score, you want to win, you just want to be a unit out there. So,
You got an interception? How'd that feel?
it feels good. First one of the season, so it feels good. But I hope there's more to come.
I like that.
I'm going for it. So.
Okay. I like that qualifier right away. Well, it was just the first one, but all right, fantastic. All right, I am here with Stephanie Lopez, otherwise known as Lovely Lopez, number 58 in your program, number 1 in your hearts. Thank you very much.
Thank you.